Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today is the day after Christmas, and this is my third estimate this morning. We really are busy. And what we're looking at is a foundation issue. Let's take a look and see what all's been done here to try to solve the problem, or at least to try to find it before they called us. So this is a real typical problem, especially when you have a low-lying area. Here in Florida especially, you can see this. This is a discharge. It's a 9x9 catch basin, and you can see the water standing there. And you see it? And what we're going to do is we're going to walk back to the back, and you're going to see that there's water back here in the backyard. It is actually the same level as the discharge. And you might hear my feet squishing through all this water as we walk because it's very wet. Notice utilities, all the things that you should notice before you dig. You see they've got a sewer line. That means the sewer runs through here. But you can see the water here. This is actually the level of water throughout the entire ground, all the way out to the front. They've got lots of issues. You can see they've got a downspout from the lanai, that's the brown downspout, and then they have another downspout from the roof gutters, and you can also see the channel drain discharges right here. Inside the house, he just showed me, that's a bathroom, and it's totally destroyed. That's water. Water rises up from underneath and it penetrates the slab, gets into the floor, floorboards, sheetrock, mold. So here's that bathroom that's right outside where we see all that water, and it's all torn apart because you can see there was mold along the baseboard and the sheetrock. But take a look. You can see all the water under the floor. This is a great example of what happens when you've got water under your floor. I mean, it just comes right up through the concrete. It's very porous. It comes right up through, pushes through, makes hollow tiles. It will buckle your wood floors. Tremendous amounts of water under this floor. So you can see the water here in the ground. Remember the water level under that floor? That is the exact same level as this water. This customer actually called out a leak detection company. But let's make a couple notes about that. These guys do a great job if there's a leak. So if you look, you can see the water here in the curb. This water is coming from everyone's yard, and you can see it's coming from both sides down to that storm drain. Remember, we just did a few curb drains in a subdivision and how that water comes up, and of course they had some serious problems where it cracked the street. This guy brought out a leak detection company as well as Apple Drains to solve this problem. And just before we go, take one more look. You can see the water in the meter. And I was watching this, and you can see the little tiny dial right over there, the little one. That water, that's not moving. I don't think they have a leak. I think this is groundwater. And my evidence, without even looking at anything, is we are a long ways from the back of the house, and yet there's water standing in the ground. This is groundwater causing all their problems. But it's always a good idea to check it out. Go ahead and get your leak detection company out there, see if there's a leak. So take a look. Remember the meter out front and the little dial wasn't moving? Do you see any movement in that water at all? That's an awful lot of water for a small leak, isn't it? There was no movement at all. And look at all that water. So I really think that this is all groundwater and it's all come up through the floor, but he's going to check to make sure with leak detection. So remember the water at the side of the house? How much water there was? Do you remember how much water was standing at the sidewalk and overflowing the sidewalk into the curb? What about the water meter? Do you really think there's a leak? So hopefully I've showed you it's pretty obvious that this water under the floor is not caused from a leak. Yes, there may be a leak, but the amount of water that is throughout this entire yard, let alone the neighborhood, could not possibly be caused from a leak. Before you hire a French drain contractor, make sure they know much more than just putting in gravel and perforated pipe. So, ready to learn how to fix this problem and keep it from happening in the future? You've seen a lot of our videos. We've showed you many times, but we're going to do this one for you in our next video. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.
Don't forget about live help, video consultation via Skype or FaceTime. We can answer any question, help with project planning, perhaps even find you some labor. Sign up online.